Alright guys, quick story before we launch on into the review here of the Thailand variant of Ruby Easy Oaks, the Easy Idle Racer from Cars 1. And by the way, I will leave the link to the unboxing of Case G in the description below and card session pop up in the top right hand corner. The case is phenomenal. Not only does it have Ruby, but it has two new characters in Chris Freightman and Tony Motorfelt, but also Boost with Flames, Mateo's back. So make sure you check out those individual reviews and also the case unboxing itself. But anyways, when I pulled him out of the case, I knew I already had a Thailand Ruby Easy Oaks opened up. And so I was like, well, where did that come from? Because I never reviewed him on my channel. I never did a video for him, which if I have it loose, that means I opened it for a video. Like if I'm opening a car, it's for a review, right? And so I was perplexed, but thankfully some of you guys jumped in and helped me and was like, hey, remember that case unboxing in 2021? And let's take a little peek at it right here. Yeah, a little retrospective. When I pulled Ruby out of this case, it was the first time he got released from Thailand, and the card just completely separated from the blister. There was no glue whatsoever. The glue was just absent. So yeah, that's how I ended up with it. I never did review it, but the time is now. So let's hop on in. Like I said, Case G is the birthplace of Ruby here. It's his first time in Red Riders action, which is because, well, 2021 was the last year before they started this whole Red Riders saga. And here we are in 2024, still in it, even though the card has changed slightly with what's going on behind the blister, but that's neither here nor there. This guy is pretty nostalgic to me because I love seeing his artwork. That 2015 2-pack with the Pity, which was a variant unibody. We'll talk a little bit about that later. Yeah, I mean, 2015 was one of my favorite years for collecting. I was just really at a good prime. You know, I was just young enough and I wasn't driving, so I made a lot of memories with my mom as she drove me around and all of that. But yeah, I like Ruby a lot here. I'm excited to review him finally. I mean, I feel bad for the guy. He's been loose in my collection, but unreviewed. He didn't get his spotlight on the channel. That being said, I won't do an unboxing in this video, unfortunately. On the back here, you have some other Cars 1 releases like Mater with Sign and Cactus McQueen. This year was both of their first time being released in Thailand. You have Aiken Axler, Brush Kerber, and Corey Turbowitz, and Kathy Copter over here. All of those have had previous Thailand releases. A lot of them debuted in 2021 along with Ruby here. But yeah, they're all back for the Red Riders saga now. And yeah, they've already been released. I just wish they showed more accurate, more timely Cars 1 releases on the back. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, Aiken is pretty relevant, but some of the tuners would look cool. I don't know why Mattel is so adverse to showing any tuners on the back of these cards. Doesn't make any sense to me. And also, yeah, the 7th card just also absent. Yeah. All right, guys, I'll be right back with this guy not opened up because I already have him. Where'd you go? Bam. Just imagine I'm cracking it open as my light turns off. Easy Idle is such a fascinating team to me because he was so close to being the man, to being the big dog. Because in 2010, not only did he get his hauler canceled, but he also got his own team of Pities and crew chief canceled in the making. You had the wide Pity. You had the wide Pity with the gun. Now, this guy would have come in the hauler team set. So the actual team set with the Pity, I know it's confusing. I wish they had better terminology for it. But yeah, they did haulers with these types of Pities and the racer in it. So that was like a quote-unquote team set. And then there was like your pit crew set, which would have consisted of these 4 guys here. So yeah, I guess, you know, this reminds me of like in Marvel movies when everyone's wondering like who's going to pop up in whose movie. Like, you know, Valkyrie pops up in the Marvels or whatever. Or, I don't know, what's a good example of it? What's a good example? Like how in Iron Man 2, Black Widow, Nick Fury pop up and all that stuff. It's like, who's going to pop up in Mr. Dockett's reviews that's like adjacent to the main character being reviewed? Man, do I show them the Easy Idle team? Like, is that too much of a cameo? Like, should I just save it for like a Easy Idle canceled car review? Because Easy Idle has a lot of canceled items, and I even have the trailer back here, but he was always going to be in the video, and I just made the last minute decision to put the rest of the squad in there. So you're welcome. All right? It's midnight. I'm cranky. there is Ruby Easy Oaks in Cars 1. Again, not a main character. Doesn't even have a speaking line. Maybe he's got a scream or yelp in the crash there, but that is about it. Now, I'm going to say right off the bat, I'm not sure I really vibe with this variant. I think the eyes are a little too big. I think his grill is a little stubby. It's a little short. It's like too much of a blob. You see that? His mustache. Like, what kind of mustache is he going for there? I really don't think it is serving him all too well, especially with the ladies. Not to say that this expression on the Chinese version is amazing, but I just think it's a little bit better. This is the Motor Speedway of the South version of Ruby, by the way, so it is limited to 1,000 and thankfully not infected by zinc pest, so he looks really good. The paint looks awesome. But yeah, just comparing the logos on the hood there, it's a little more of a brighter blue, but also not as crispy of a decal. It's a little blurrier. You do have the 51 there still wedged into the headlight. The eye plate is a separate plastic piece, not part of the main metal body, so it's always good to keep that in mind. He has black wheels, so that's one thing the Thailand variant has going for it, because it doesn't have to worry about getting the paint on the black wheels all the way, because, well, they are painted. You can't tell that it's grainy, unlike if you compare it to wheels like this on Rex Reveler. You can see the grainiest there on the inside of the wheels walls. When it's black, can't really tell. Contingency sponsors looking a little blurry as always, but as I've been saying lately, maybe is to make sure that these cars last a long time, because this Motor Speedway, the South car, he might be in good condition. There are a lot of others in the same set as him that have been falling apart in my collection because of the paint quality. It's great, it's beautiful, it shimmers, it sparkles, but over time, it has the potential to decay. And I know it sounds crazy. Metal decaying, like what? It sounds like a plant, right? Like it's a mushroom or something. But no, like it's very real. Chemical reactions with the air over time, the exposure to certain things in the air, sunlight, can cause these cars to break apart and basically decompose. So maybe even though this paint allows for blurrier decals, which no one likes, they don't have the potential to decay. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be optimistic, can't you tell? He has the 51 number on the side there. I love that slogan. Slogans just kind of went by the wayside by the next gen's rule or their reign. But a warm start to a cold morning is simple, but gets the job done there. You can see the indentation of the gas cap a lot more clearly on the Thailand version than on the Chinese version. There you have the logo again. The text on the Thailand version here, especially below the main logo, is a lot bolder. As you can see how thin it is on the original Chinese version. The windows are also opaque now. There you have the slogan a third time. I always like the Piston Cup racers with the white and softer color combos, whether it's white and pink for Tank Coat, white and green for James Clean Air and Vitaline, or white and blue here for Ruby Easy Oaks. It just looks so good. Looks really good. So yeah, there aren't a ton of differences really to report between these two. I don't like the eyes though. It just looks too buggy, especially with them being green, a little bulgy, maybe a little too far apart. Of course, we also have the issue here of the missized axles. They're a little too long, as you can see by the tires popping out from the other side. But, you know, we've come to expect that. That is literally on every other Thailand Piston Cup racer that shares this model, whether it's, you know, Darren Leadfoot. But see, I wish they gave Ruby eyes like this. Like, why couldn't they have done that? These look so much better. Maybe I would actually say I preferred it. Why not eyes like Rusty Cornfuel here? Those also look way better. Maybe even eyes like Kevin Racing Tire. Not great, but better than what we have going here. Is that too much to ask? I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm too demanding. Better eyes. The only one I wouldn't say is really better eyes is Aiken, or Alan Aiken Axler. Neither of these two guys have really good expressions, but Aiken has a better grill, better stash. I will give him that. All right, what else do we have here? That is pretty much it, guys. What the hell else do we have to talk about? Just bring in the whole team here. This was the original Easy Idol Pity. As you can see, it has a mouth plate and an unpainted mouth there. In 2015, they made it a unibody and painted the mouth there. So a little fun fact for you. Don't be shy, Ruby. One thing that bothers me about how they release Ruby now is that they don't put quotes around his nickname, which is Easy. That's not his middle name. It's not his legal middle name, guys. It is a nickname, like what they're doing with Alan Aiken Axler, which is ridiculous, but at least they put quotes around Aiken. That's what they should be doing with Easy. It's like Todd the Shockster Marcus or Harvey Big Man Rodcap. No, I'm just kidding. Harvey is pretty cool. I love the gunmetal gray on him. Carl Clutchin back here is just so basic. I'm sorry, Carl. You're pretty cool, though. We got the factory custom truck. We got the canceled semi-cab back here, which might have to get his own video, and a bunch of other accessories here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite member of Team Easy Idol? Could be anything. Could be a canceled version. Could be the factory custom truck, for all I care. Thank you, as always, for your support. Bye now.